Guys, and welcome on in to another episode, Getting Well with Terry and Friends, Trends and Betting Picks. I'm Terry, ready to break down today's slate. MLB only today, and really, I have my main plays are all in about four games. So there's four games that I really like that we'll go over, and I'll probably won't go over the rest of the slate because I don't have any plays for the later games. But we will start the show as we normally do, taking a look back at what happened yesterday on the show. Jonah Bride, home run, plus 1100 was a loser. Quarter unit loss there. He did get a couple hits, but unfortunately, no home run. And that brings us to the thank you segment of the day. And we'll see who gets it today.
Season, and especially lately. Hits that one high and deep to left field. James Wood back. It is gone. Fitzgerald starts the game with another home run, his 12th of the year. And man, is this guy on a home run tear.
He is absolutely on fire. The Giants love to see it.
Tyler Fitzgerald cashing for us once again. He's on a heater once again. There was a little bit of a brief time there where he kind of cooled off, but he's back. Plus 102 full unit play on over 1.5 bases, home run plus 425. A nice winner there. I don't have Chapman's home run up, but he also cashed one for us. So nice 3-0 sweep in the Patrick Corbin game. And Corbin hasn't really been giving up a lot of home runs. And that's what I said on yesterday's show. But yet I still took two home runs against him with Chapman and Fitzgerald just because they are on home run streaks right now. And Corbin gave up a home run to both of them. Unfortunately, that is kind of the best part of the night was the early part. Later on, it didn't go so well. Kansas City money line was unfortunately a loser. The Royals have been really hot recently, but for some reason, Brady Singer does have issues with Boston for whatever reason. So a 9-5 loss there by the Royals. And then, unfortunately, Tyler Fitzgerald was one of my favorite plays yesterday. So was Brent Rooker against the Chicago White Sox. They walked him twice, so he only really got two actual at bats against the White Sox. Didn't get any bases, didn't get a home run. And then Enrique Hernandez, which I only played because he'd been on a 2-game streak and he did have good numbers against the pitcher he was facing, Aaron Nola, but he didn't even get a hit. So unfortunately, it was about around a half unit loss yesterday overall, which isn't great, but isn't horrible either. Looking to end the 3-day losing streak here with today's slate, and I do really like today's plays. I like all of them. So we will be going over those shortly. I will, of course, break down the chat here in a second. Here we go. Let's see what the chat's saying. Stocks play of the day: Orioles over 8.5 minus 103, and your record's 227, 227. All right, we'll be talking about that game. Hit the like button. Thank you, Justin. I appreciate it. Gonna miss the live show, but we'll catch it at 2. Okay, awesome. Captain Bride, the plus 143 Fitz and Chapman home run prop hit by both of them. They both decided to hit a home run. So yeah, that was great. Chicago White Sox pitching continues to give away 4+, 5+ runs, and they make history with each new loss. And yeah, it's actually funny. FanDuel has a special bet. When will the White Sox win their next game? And it lists a whole bunch of different teams that they're facing coming up. So we'll see if they can eventually win a game. Good day, Terry. Alvarez walks hurt me. The only player in my 5 hit prop that didn't hit. Oh, I'm sorry. That's tough. Yeah, and I know Addison earlier on previous shows is mentioning walks. And when you're betting total bases, walks are just horrible. You just hate to see them. Hate to see them. Had a great day though. That's good. I'm glad you had a good day. That's good. But we will jump into today's slate. As I said, only really 4 games that I like, but I really like them all. So we'll be going over all of them here. Starting with the first game of the night, 6:40 p.m. Eastern. Dylan Cease on the mound for the Padres. Bailey Falter on the mound for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Here in this one, Dylan Cease, what can be said about him? Obviously, he's had his ups and downs, which all pitchers do. But he's won 4 starts in a row. He's given up 5 hits and 1 run during those 4 starts, which is just fantastic. Also, he faced Atlanta, Cleveland, and the Dodgers. So it's not like he did face Washington as well, but it's not like he's facing bums of the league. Obviously, Cleveland, the Dodgers, Atlanta all have really good bats in their lineup. Yet Dylan Cease has just been amazing recently. Um, Pittsburgh Pirates 56 and 55. They're trying to stay in the playoff race here. So they obviously need to win every game they can. Falter coming off a good start against Houston, but overall 2-5 with a 5.46 ERA in his last 7 starts. Hasn't been too great for him recently. Looking at this game here, Jurickson Profar staying off his props, the same with Jackson Merrill. But you guys probably know what's coming. Manny Machado is just on a streak right now. 7-game hit streak. I like that as a parlay piece. A home run in 3 of his last 7 on that for a quarter unit. And then a full unit on Machado over 1.5 bases. He's done in 6 of his last 7 games. He's been extremely consistent over the 7-game hit streak for the Padres. He's faced Bailey Falter once and hit a home run off him. So Machado playing the best baseball of the season and has a home run previously against Falter. So I like him here for this game. And then staying off Bogarts. And when it comes to the Pirates, staying off both of these guys as well. Brian Reynolds back and has been hot the last few games, but 1 for 5 overall against Dylan Cease. So I definitely don't want to take any props against Dylan Cease right now. So we are going to focus in here on Manny Machado here in this game. Let's make some money. Heck yeah, that's the plan, Juan. That's the plan. Alvarez cost me a lot of money yesterday. Oh no. Oh no, I'm sorry. Yeah, I haven't really been betting him. I've been staying away from him, really. Padres very public, but I'm on them first 5 run line and full game run line. Yeah, I can see why, though. I can see why they are a public favorite because you just have to look at what they've done since the All-Star break, especially Dylan Cease, but they've been great. Moving on along to the next game, which I don't have any plays in, but I'll break it down here. Anyway, Cincinnati Reds, Miami Marlins. Nick Lodolo on the mound for the Reds. Max Meyer on the mound for the Marlins. Meyer, obviously, 2 great starts earlier on in the year. Since coming up here in his last 2 starts, Milwaukee and Atlanta, a loss and a no decision, 11 hits, 7 earned runs over 9 innings. So hasn't been quite as good for him recently. Now he's facing this Reds team, which exploded yesterday against this Marlins pitching staff. Ellie De La Cruz getting 2 home runs, but if you look what he's done previous to that, not much. So the Reds lineup, the only really consistent batter right now for the Reds is Santiago Espinal. Didn't play yesterday in the Reds offensive outburst. Espinal was not playing. He was on the bench. But overall, he's been consistent lately. Probably finds his way back in the lineup here for this game. Jake Berger, 0 for 2 against Nick Lodolo. Don't have any interest in his props. Jonah Bride, of course, we took him for the home run yesterday. He got 2 hits. He did get an RBI, so unfortunately, but no home run. He 1 for 2 against Nick Lodolo with a single. So If I was going to look at this game, I would probably look towards Jonah Bride props, probably over 1.5 bases or an RBI, but no interest for me in this one. Um, Better spots on the board in the other couple games we're going to talk about soon. Jonah Bride home run plus 1200, had to do it. Yeah, and because I took him yesterday, he didn't hit a home run. I'm not taking him today, so we know what's going to happen. Jonah Bride is probably going to hit a home run today, so I hope he does for you, Captain Bride. That'll be awesome. Pittsburgh has been a strong late rally team lately. I would sell my Padres position live if leading in the seventh. Don't trust the bullpen. Interesting. Captain Bride doesn't like the bullpen either. Maybe, but this Padres team has, well, I think they're 12-2 in their last 14 games, something ridiculous like that. So they still find ways to win. I like the Reds. Yeah, this Reds team, I had more expectations from them this year, but they've had injuries and they just haven't lived up to expectations this year. So not the best season for them so far. Jonah, yeah, Jonah. San Diego bats great and rolling. Now they're fighting for the wild card. Yeah, since the All Star break, the bats have been great. A couple games where they kind of weren't there, but that's going to happen to everyone. Moving on along to the next one here. Obviously, this is a game I like as well. We've got the Arizona Diamondbacks here facing the Cleveland Guardians. Bear with me while I try to fix this. There we go. On the mound for Arizona is Eduardo Rodriguez, making his first start of the season here for the Arizona Diamondbacks. What should we expect from him? Well, it's kind of hard to tell because he's making his first start of the year. So I'm not really quite sure what to expect from him. On the other side, we've got Ben Lively. Overall, 10-6 on the season, 3.42 ERA and 19 starts. He's been great, really. Um, he's won back-to-back starts here, giving up 1 to 2 earned runs, 3 to 6 hits. So he hasn't necessarily been pitching bad or anything recently. However, he has this Arizona Diamondbacks team coming in, and Ketel Marte. I didn't take him yesterday. Of course, he hit a home run, had another big game. Marte has just been on one lately, just been on a heater. He has a hit in 19 of his last 23 games. I like that for a parlay piece. He's got a home run in 8 of his last 13 games. We'll take that for a quarter unit, and then a full unit on over 1.5 bases, which he's done in 10 of his last 13 games. So he's been extremely consistent. Why do I like all these props? And why is it a full unit play and not a half unit play? Well, Marte has had 5 at bats against Ben Lively, 3 hits, one of them a triple, 2 of them a home run, 2 of them home runs. So Marte has really hit Ben Lively well when he's faced him. So Marte playing his best baseball this season, has great numbers against Ben Lively. So kind of a no-brainer here. Full unit on over 1.5 bases, quarter unit on home run, and hit as a parlay piece for Ketel Marte in this one. Corbin Carroll, he's been good recently. No complaints there. Junior Suarez as well. Josh Bell, he's done well recently. 2 for 6 with a triple against Ben Lively. So maybe you want to look at Bell if you wanted to play more in this game. And then I do like Josh Naylor for a hit on the Cleveland side of things. He's got a hit in 8 of his last 9 games, 3 for 7 with a double against Rodriguez. So if you are looking at making a parlay in today's slate, I do like Josh Naylor hit as well. But Ketel Marte is the main focus here for us in this game. Captain Bray is all over Ketel Marte props, which doesn't surprise me because you've got a good eye, Captain Bray, like I do. So, and you bet the same way I do. So, not surprising that you're on him here. Diamondbacks on a mission, fighting to stay in the wild card. Yeah, a lot of teams in the National League fighting for the wild card spot. Guerrero, Machado, and Marte hit parlay. Love it. Absolutely love it. Love it. But I think that leads us into the next. Oh, no, we're not at the Blue Jays game yet, but we'll get there. Don't worry. Next up is the San Francisco Giants and the Washington Nationals. Here in this game, it will be Hayden Birdsong on the mound for the Giants, 3-0 with a 2.97 ERA in 6 starts. So he's been really good for the Giants. Mackenzie Gore, overall, a rough season for him, 6-9 with a 4.54 ERA in 22 starts this season. It's been kind of a bit more rough for him recently, 0-3 with a 7.84 ERA in his last 7 starts. So hasn't been all that great for Gore this season. Now he has this San Francisco team coming in here, and they've got 2 hot hitters, as you saw earlier in the show and the recap. Tyler Fitzgerald, I like him for a hit as a parlay piece. A quarter unit on the home run, a home run in 3 of his last 4 games, and a full unit on over 1.5 bases here. Matt Chapman, I like him for a hit as a parlay piece and a quarter unit on his home run as well. Not priced very well, but he cashed for us yesterday. He's on a 3-game home run streak, does well against lefties, so we'll take him here. Matt Chapman as well in this one. Luis Garcia Jr. doing well for the Nationals, so if you wanted to look at somebody for the Nationals, it would be Luis Garcia Jr. For me. But Birdsong's pitched pretty well, so I wouldn't really look at Giants props. But we're not jumping off Fitzgerald or Chapman here, not yet. That's for sure. Tommy likes that, which is Juan's hit parlay. I like it as well. Giants money line and Fitz props. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Don't forget about Chapman too, but hey, if you don't want to play it, it's fine. I know he's not priced that well. I think it's plus 300. So not horrible. Not horrible. I think it was plus 2 something yesterday. So not horrible at all for Chapman. The LA Angels and the New York Yankees, I'll pretty much skip through this game. I don't have any plays in it. Daniel on the mound for the Angels, Luis Gil on the mound for the Yankees. Luis Gil was unhittable earlier on in the season, had a really rough patch, as did the Yankees, but has had a better go recently. Win against Philly, no decision against the Mets, win against Baltimore in his previous start. I expect him to do well against the Angels. So overall, no play here. Wouldn't shock me to see Judge hit a home run, but hey, that happens almost on a nightly basis. Volpe has a hit in 15 of his last 16. So if you wanted to play this game, maybe look at Volpe hit. I'd be worried about Judge hit because he could definitely get walked. So that's the only thing with Judge. But overall, not getting involved in this game. Someone tell me why I shouldn't take Yankees by 3. Because there's other better spots on the board. But hey, do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. But the final game we'll be talking about, because I don't really have any other plays in any other games, I'll be honest. But the final game, Baltimore Orioles and the Toronto Blue Jays here. Grayson Rodriguez on the mound for the Orioles. Chris Bassett on the mound for the Blue Jays. And I do have a 3-pack of premium plays up on the site for today's slate. So if you want to buy that at picksandparlays.net, link is in the description below. But I am going to pretty much give away what my play is here in this game, though, for you guys. Toronto enters this game having gone over 8.5 in 13 of their last 16 games, over 9.5 in 9 of their last 11. Chris Bassett, starting for Toronto, 1-4 with a 7.01 ERA in his 5 starts in July. including his last start, 9 hits, 5 earned runs against Baltimore. This Orioles team, they've gone over 8.5 in 13 of their last 14 games. The only game that didn't go over was a 6-2 win, so it almost went over with Corbin Burns on the mound. Grayson Rodriguez, 4-1 in July, but he's got a 4.19 ERA. He has been giving up runs, but this Orioles team has been scoring runs. So you can probably guess what my premium play is here in this game. Yeah, I won't say what it is, but you guys can probably guess what it is with the stats I just gave out here. That being said, we are going to look at player props here in this game. Let's go back here. Gunnar Henderson, hot again. Did go cold there, as a lot of players do in the season, but he's hot now. A hit in 10 of his last 11 games. I like that for a hit for a parlay piece. Over 1.5 bases, half unit on that. He's 4 for 7 against Chris Bassett with 2 home runs. So he's has good numbers against Bassett, and he's heating up now. Not taking Santander props, so he's probably going to hit a home run. Colton Cowser, I like him for a hit as a parlay piece. 17-game hit streak, 2 for 6 against Bassett. So I do like Cowser to get a hit as a hit for a hit parlay. And then Vladimir Guerrero Jr., who we continue to talk about show after show after show. 17-game hit streak for him, a home run in 9 of those 17 games. I'll go a quarter unit on that and a full unit on over 1.5 bases. Once again, 14 of his last 17 games, he's got that. 5 for 14 with a double and a home run against Rodriguez. We'll take Vladdy props. And then if Addison Barger is in the lineup, I like him for a hit for a parlay piece. 5 of his last 6 games, he's got a hit, and he's 2 for 2 against Rodriguez with a double and a home run. So both extra base hits against Rodriguez when he faced him, which probably was in that last series in Baltimore. So Barger's in the lineup. I'd look at him, but I love Vladdy props as usual. And then also Gunnar Henderson here in this game. Jackson Holiday has actually played very well since coming up from the minors. I probably do need to add him to the spreadsheet, but I have not done that yet. We will go over to this background, and then we will go to the chat here. Luis Gill over 6.5 Ks. All right. Juan likes New York today and the Reds. All right. Not on either of those games, but best of luck. I've got too much on this game. Yeah. Wow. Same. Hey, Terry, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Storage Club. Hope all is well. Orioles first 5 run line and full game run line. Probably the right side, yeah. And over 8.5. Yeah, and props. I like it. Chris Bassett over 2.5 earned runs. Ooh. That's interesting. What's that priced at? That is very interesting. Guerrero props. Yeah. How can you not? And probably end up adding Gunnar Henderson. Yeah, I would. He's been good. He's been good recently too, which is important. Baltimore, Padres, New York Yankees, and Reds. Not bad one. I like it. Thank you for the show, my guy Terry. You're on a decent amount of sides and totals today as well for MLB. The props I gave out in today's show, I'm on 3 premium plays on the site when it comes to sides and totals. So you can get that at picksandparlays.net. I did pretty much give away 1 premium play for you guys. So, but in my write-up on the site, I wrote specifically that my plays are only available for purchase. Those 3 plays are only available for purchase on the site. So that's why I didn't want to give it away on the show, but I pretty much hinted at it. So you guys should be able to figure it out there. Thumbs up. Thanks, Timothy. Much appreciated. I got Bassett over 2.5 earned runs at -111. I like that. I do. Best of luck, Captain Brian. I like that. But we will go and recap today's slate. Of course, if people are thinking, whoa, there's a whole bunch of other games. I'm not going to go game by game by game and just say pass, pass, pass. If you do want to see the stats, though, for those games, check out the spreadsheet, which I bring up on the show. It's available for free in the link of the description below. You just need to go and click on it. You might have to sign into your Google account. You might, I'm not sure, but go check it out for any of the stats for any other later games that I did not go over. All the stats, player stats are all there for that. We will recap today's slate and then we'll finish off the show here. Manny Machado, home run, plus 350. Manny Machado over 1.5 bases, minus 109. Ketel Marte, home run, plus 575. Ketel Marte over 1.5 bases, plus 120. Matt Chapman, home run, plus 300. Fitzgerald, home run, plus 400. Fitzgerald over 1.5 bases, plus 120. Gunnar Henderson, home run, plus 106. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., home run, plus 550. A very nice plus price for that. Over 1.5 bases, plus 120 for Vladdy here in today's slate. Before we finish off the show, we'll go back here. Premium plays, as I said, 3 pick package for MLB today available on the site. So is the NFL preseason pass, $99. You get all my NFL preseason plays. So you can go get that on picksandparlays.net and use promo code Lenny20 to get 20% off that if you'd like as well, to get all my NFL preseason plays. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. We're growing every day. I love to see it. I really appreciate that, guys. But now we'll go into the chat here. Minus 111 where? Caesars. Juan, thanks. Captain Bry. Thanks, Terry. Good luck, guys. Thanks, Juan. Best of luck to you as well. Great show, Terry. Thanks. Good luck to all. Let's get it. Let's cash. Yes, sounds good. And, oh, this is interesting. Diamondbacks 10-2 in the last 12 when their team total is over 4.5, which is plus 135 today. There we go. Maybe we should be looking at a D-backs team total. Thanks, Top Geo. That's a great stat there. And thanks, everyone, for watching. We will see you guys back again for tomorrow's slate. And best of luck tonight, guys.